All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to break down one of the most powerful, fundamental concepts in all of finance. It's something that secretly shapes everything from your savings account to your retirement plans. We're talking about the time value of money. So let me ask you something really simple. Let's say I offer you $1,000, no strings attached. You can either have it right now, cash in hand, or I can give you the exact same $1,000 one year from today. Which one are you going to take? Yeah, I think we all know the answer. We take the money now. And that gut instinct, that's the key to this entire topic. And you know what? That gut feeling is spot on. This is the whole idea behind the time value of money. Put simply, the money you have right now is worth more than the exact same amount of money in the future. Why? Because of its potential. You can use it, you can invest it, earn interest on it, and make it grow. A dollar you get tomorrow has already missed out on a day's worth of opportunity. So how do we actually measure this time value? Well, it all gets boiled down into what we call an interest rate. But, and this is key, an interest rate isn't just some made-up number. It's actually a bundle of payments to you for taking on different risks. There's inflation risk, the chance your money won't buy as much stuff later. There's default risk, in case someone doesn't pay you back. And of course, there's the big one, opportunity cost. That's the value of all the other things you could have done with that money today. Okay, so let's look at how this works in our favor. We're going to talk about the upward journey, and this is where the real magic happens. It's all about compounding. Let's start with a simple $100 in an account that pays 5% interest. After the first year, no surprises, right? You've got your original 100 plus $5 in interest, so $105. But then look what happens in year 2. You don't just get another $5. Nope, you get $5.25. Now, where did that extra quarter come from? And that little extra quarter? That is compounding in action. It's the secret sauce. It's your interest earning its own interest. It starts out tiny, but trust me, it becomes an absolute powerhouse over time. It is literally your money making money for you. So just how powerful are we talking? Well, get ready for this. If you took that same $100 and just let it ride for 100 years at a 13% interest rate, you'd end up with more than $20 million. No, that is not a typo. That's what I mean by a powerhouse. It's the explosive growth of compounding when you give it enough time. And it gets even crazier. It's not just that you compound, but how often you compound. The more frequently your interest gets calculated and added back in, the faster the whole thing snowballs. Look at the numbers here for the same 8% rate. Compounding monthly gives you a better return than compounding annually. It might seem like pennies at first, but over decades, that makes a huge difference. Okay, so we've looked forward in time, right? We've seen how money grows. But what if we flip the whole thing on its head? Let's take a journey backward. What is money in the future actually worth to us, right here, right now? This is where we get into something called present value, or PV. And really, the best way to think about this is that it's just the other side of the same coin. Future value is about compounding, pushing money forward and making it bigger. Present value is about discounting, pulling future money back to today, which naturally makes it smaller. So what is present value? It basically answers this question. If someone promises you, say, $10,000 in 5 years, what's that promise worth today? How much would you have to put in the bank right now at a certain interest rate to grow it into that same $10,000? That whole process of working backward, we call that discounting. Let's make this real. Say you're going to get $100,000 6 years from now. Awesome. But if we use an 8% discount rate, our measure of time value, what's it worth today? Well, it's only worth about $63,000. Why? Because you could take that $63,000, invest it at 8% today, and in 6 years, boom, you'd have your $100,000. They're the same value, just seen from different points in time. Now, I know this can feel a little academic, a little abstract, but I promise you, this isn't just theory. This stuff is running the show behind the scenes in almost every major financial decision you will ever make. I mean, think about it. That mortgage payment you calculate, that's TVM. Figuring out how much you need to tuck away for retirement? Yep, TVM. Even trying to understand what a lottery jackpot is really worth when they offer you payments over 30 years, it's all powered by the time value of money. Okay, let's take a mortgage. It's kind of weird when you think about it, right? A bank hands you $100,000 today. In return, you're going to send them these little payments, like $733, every month for 30 years. How does that possibly work out for them? How does that math make sense? Well, the answer is a concept called an annuity. And don't let the fancy name fool you. An annuity is just a series of identical, regular payments over a set amount of time. That's it. Your car loan, your mortgage payment, a planned retirement income, these are all annuities. So look at it this way. The bank gives you one big lump sum. That's the present value. In exchange, you give them this long stream of future payments. From the bank's perspective, when they take all 360 of your future payments and discount them back to today's value, it adds up to exactly the 100 grand they gave you. It's a perfect trade across time. So what's the big takeaway here? What does all this mean for you? It means you have a financial superpower. And the crazy thing is, the source of this power, it's not money, it's time. This is the single most important thing to get. A big pile of cash today, a steady stream of payments for years, and an even bigger pile of cash way down the road. They can all be financially identical. They're just different ways of looking at the exact same amount of value, but from different spots on the timeline. Once you really get that, you can make time your greatest ally. And that really brings us to the final, most important point. Because of compounding, every single day, every single year matters. The earlier you start, the more work each of your dollars can do for you. Your time is truly your most valuable financial asset. So the only question left is, how are you going to use it?